Wonder Twins Is Your Way heads to the twins' apartment, where the brother and sister get ready to go to work. Polly wants to talk about her father, but Jayna promises they will after her work is over. Polly isn't impressed with them pretending to care, since Jayna isn't her friend and never was, since she's someone who does what they think is best and then tries to fix the pain it causes. Zan says that sounds like a friend to him, as outside, Batman arrives, picking up the twins. Batman says that their tours are cancelled since Superman needs backup. The three heroes head to Zagronia, where Superman is dealing with the nation's military attacking refugees who have apparently come into the country illegally. One of the soldiers aims his kryptonite cannon at Superman as Batman arrives. The nation's spokesman says that they have the numbers and the guns, and what does Superman have? Superman merely says that he has Batman as the Dark Knight attacks the men with the kryptonite cannon and the Wonder Twins activate their powers. Superman looks after the refugees as Zan enacts the barrier protocol, using his water to create a wall of water that Superman freezes with his freeze breath, making the wall out of ice to protect the people from the gunfire. Batman calls in the Batwing, getting more people on board as the soldiers surrender, and Jayna's pterodactyl form saves some people as well. Superman stops a rocket from hitting her as the rest of the people are saved by them. Superman says that he's still up for movie night with Batman, but first he needs a little chat with the president of Zagronia. The twins are dropped home and return to see Polly, wondering why she was at the school the night before. Polly reveals a floppy disk that was to be her project for the science fair, and it's technically a malware, so the school confiscated it. She says that back in 1988, her father Philo finished his work on the Kernel 86, the world's first AI computer program. Philo fills the kernel's databanks with information about the world of 1988, but the program was limited by the tech of its time, causing Philo to spend years trying to fix the program and finally have it solve Earth's problems. But the database became corrupted and the program degraded, saying that it needed to kill all humans to save the Earth. With no other choice, Philo shelved the project, never working on it again, and Polly says that she created the floppy disk as a way to save the kernel, but her father disappeared before she could give it to him. Jayna knows that she can bring Philo back, reluctantly revealing that on Exor, their homeworld, it wasn't always a utopia and it was built on the crimes of the past. Years before they were born, mass purges of families happened thanks to the xenophobic ruler Raylon, Zan and Jayna's grandfather. Soon the twins learned about their grandfather from their father and what he had done to more than 5,000 Exorians. They also learned that the Phantom Zone device that Raylon used to contain these families was also the one used by cell phone Sylvia. Because of this, the twins learned of the lives that device and their grandfather had ruined, and how even to this day its effects are still felt on Exor. Hence why the twins were sent away to Earth in order to escape the shame of their family. Jenny says that perhaps them rejecting and being ashamed of their grandfather is the only kind of justice there is for people like him, and she reveals that before she left Exor, she brought a book with her grandfather's journal, that contained all of Raylon's crimes and how he used the Kryptonian disruptor to sentence people to the Phantom Zone, and how to use the device to retrieve people from the zone. Polly realizes that the device is the one that cell phone Sylvia zapped her father with, and that same device can actually bring him back. Meanwhile, at Lexicon Prison, Scrambler is given his 15 minutes of computer time, which he plans on using to access the email server that Polly set him up with, allowing him to escape and seek revenge on the heroes. However, he soon finds he can't access the portal, and soon his time is up, but frantically clicking the email link, he finds it doesn't work, meaning he is still trapped in prison. Elsewhere, the inactive server is sold in an estate sale, as the next day, Jayna is met by Superman, who learns the girl has a lot on her mind, saying that when rescuing the hurt refugees, she couldn't help but feel guilty for not having suffered like they have, and guilty of being a product of a world that also hunted refugees, as well as being guilty of being a product of a man like the one Superman dealt with. She wonders if life is all just about outrunning shame. Superman says that he only just came there to microwave a burrito, but he says that sometimes it's easier to see the world as an epilogue to the mistakes of the ancestors, rather than a prologue to their resilience. Superman knows better than anyone else that they are born to disasters, not of their making, but it doesn't mean that they are doomed, and it doesn't absolve them of creating creating something better, because in a destruction-filled world, the act of life is reclaiming what they can from the wreckage. Elsewhere, the men who brought things from the math estate head home, hooking up the old computer and booting it up, finding that the computer is actually the Kernel 86 AI program. Wonder Twins issue 9 kept up with the insightful and meaningful story as more of the twins' background is revealed and how it all ties into the story about saving Polly's father from the Phantom Zone. Again, Mike Russell perfectly uses Superman to deliver an amazing and at times hilarious speech about making life yours and not being defined by the follies of one's ancestors. It's so perfect for a character like him to deliver that, and that solidifies, in my mind, Russell as a fantastic Superman writer. I'm really looking forward to the Kernel 86 story as we head into the final 3 issues of this amazing book. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10.